Hi, I'm Sherelle McMahon, the captain of the Australian Netball Diamonds. During my career, I've been lucky enough to represent the Diamonds on over 100 occasions. But netball isn't just for the elite level. Netball is an inclusive sport, and Netball Australia is committed to providing pathways and development opportunities for people with a disability. The game should be enjoyed by all members of the community to ensure they can participate no matter what their level of ability or their age. This DVD has been developed in particular to assist clubs, associations and coaches of players who are deaf or have a hearing impairment. There's an opportunity for clubs and associations to capture a wider portion of the community and increase their members and volunteers by including these groups and other groups of varying abilities. Happy netballing!
There are many challenges with coaching a deaf athlete. Many deaf athletes are different. They have different degrees of hearing loss. They have different communication methods. Some will use Auslan, which is Australian Sign Language. Some may use Sign English, which is a sign version of English. Others may speak, and they may speak very clearly, and they may not. They may use lip reading, or they may not. So there's never one way to approach working with a deaf athlete. And you have to find a way of working with that athlete using the skills they have, the skills that you have yourself, and working out an effective communication method. Maybe learning some basic sign language, or just speaking a bit more clearly, a bit more slowly, more pointing, telling them where they need to go. And maybe even using pen and paper or whiteboard so you can write down messages to make sure that they understand what the message is, what their goal is on the netball court and so forth. Coaches need to be aware when they're working with a deaf athlete. They need to be making sure that they're facing that deaf person, making sure that they can see, because there's no point in screaming across the court. If they're not looking at you, they won't hear you. So you need to really make sure you've got that awareness of each other, that I'm talking and they're watching. So for how your body is positioned is important. Being aware that deaf athletes sometimes miss out on information in group talks, on the court, off the court. So really making sure you paraphrase, repeat and say things constantly to make sure they feel a part of the team and included and are aware of how the group is going to work. So even little things like that, even off the court celebration, they often feel isolated, so it's important to make sure you always ensure they're included in activities. Some communication strategies that coaches could use, maybe learning a bit of sign language if the deaf person uses sign language. Being more visual, looking at them more, writing down information, even just short keywords. It is very important to have eye contact with a deaf athlete because this part is not working, and sometimes they'll hear a little bit, sometimes they won't. So their substitution is their eyes. So when they're looking at you, you know that they're understanding what you're saying, what's happening, that you have that communication happening. If you're looking away, then you don't know that if they're seeing you or understanding you. So having that eye contact is very important for effective communication on and off the court.
Contact from defence. Short pass. Break, wing attack.